It's a familiar scene. Two strangers lock eyes across a noisy, crowded dinner party. The room fades away, and suddenly they're feeling butterflies. While often dismissed as cinematic fiction, a 2004 study found that 2 out of 3 Americans report having actually experienced this instant connection. Curiously, a 2017 survey revealed that men report believing in this phenomenon slightly more often than women. The sheer volume of these reports suggests that instead of a romantic invention, we are looking at a very real human experience. Stop time right here, in this exact split second of initial eye contact. Anthropologists and biologists view this moment as a coordinated, primitive biological strike. To understand the mechanics of this attraction, we have to look under the microscope and dissect the precise anatomical chain reaction happening inside their bodies during this single second. The process begins with the eyes. Prolonged mutual gaze causes blood pressure to skyrocket, serving as the first physical trigger. This visual trigger relies on a psychological prerequisite. The subject must feel an initial physical attraction and identify as a romantic person, ready to interpret the sensation. Simultaneously, the nose processes invisible airborne signals. This diagram represents the 1995 Sweaty T-shirt study, where women evaluated the natural body odor of men who wore shirts without cologne or deodorant. The results showed that women subconsciously preferred the scent of men carrying major histocompatibility complex, or MHC, genes that were completely different from their own. Combining these contrasting genetic codes produces offspring with significantly stronger immune systems. This initial gaze and scent act as an instantaneous genetic audit to ensure reproductive survival. Anthropologist Helen Fisher used MRI scans to study the brain activity of people who were madly in love. She found that romantic love travels a primitive neural path, bypassing higher logic and utilizing the same survival mechanisms we use to find food or react to fear. This brain map shows the reward centers lighting up with a massive surge of dopamine, creating a state of intense euphoria. Simultaneously, a release of oxytocin triggers deep, trusting bonds, the same chemical reaction that occurs in the months following childbirth. As serotonin levels drop, cortisol, the primary stress hormone, floods the body. This cortisol flood causes the racing heart, the dilated pupils, and butterflies in the stomach associated with intense obsession. This terrifying, overwhelming feeling is a literal hijacking of the brain's survival chemistry. Let's resume. As the biological cascade completes, the two strangers step toward each other to speak. Does this instantaneous reaction meet the scientific definition of real love? This chart compares love test scores between groups. While long-term relationships score highest on commitment, people who experience love at first sight still register a genuine, significant spike. Researchers define this phenomenon as a powerful biological readiness to fall in love. The spark across a crowded room acts as an evolutionary starting gun, a brilliant, haywire biological command to drop our defenses, trust a stranger, and start building a bond.